So now it has been officially decided which leader will now head what ministry. This is very crucial because this means the ground has to be hit running now for Modi Sarkar 3.0. The new cabinet led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi aims for continuity even here, even though this of course is a massive coalition government, but the four big ministries are still unchanged. Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, Nirmala Sitharaman and S. Jaishankar, who've been the old guard with Prime Minister Modi in the previous government, will retain their ministries in 3.0 as well. JP Nadda, Bhupendra Yadav and HD Kumaraswamy, meanwhile, will also take charge of their ministries today itself. But there have been changes as well. Jyotiraditya Scindia, who was earlier Civil Aviations Minister, is now Minister for Communications and Northeast Development. This is a very crucial project, one of the pet projects of Prime Minister Modi. Giriraj Singh earlier had Rural Development, now is in charge of the Textiles Ministry. Mansukh Mandavia earlier had the Health Ministry. He's now going to take charge of the Youth Affairs and Sports and Labour and Employment Ministries. These are crucial ministries, remember, that have been given to the trusted members of the party. A few allies of the NDA appear to have expressed some dissatisfaction. Shiv Sena MP Srirang Barne appears to have said that the party was expecting a cabinet berth. Ajit Pawar of the NCP has said they have for now denied the Minister of State independent charge to be in the cabinet in the near future.
प्रधानमंत्री जी की प्राथमिकता, सरकार की प्राथमिकता किसान कल्याण है और इसलिए आज उन्होंने जो पहली फाइल पर हस्ताक्षर किए किसान सम्मान निधि जारी करने के लिए, आज जो फैसला कैबिनेट ने लिया 3 करोड़ गरीबों के घर और बनाने का, अब ये काम पहले से जारी है, इन्हीं को आगे बढ़ाएंगे क्योंकि कोई नया मंत्री आया तो नया ही करेगा। काम में निरंतरता, ये निरंतरता जारी रहेगी।
प्रधानमंत्री जी के द्वारा जो भी जिम्मेदारी मुझे दी गई है और ये एक ऐसे विभाग की जिम्मेदारी मुझे दी गई है जिसकी चर्चा मैंने मेरे विजन डॉक्यूमेंट में हमेशा की थी और आने वाला समय मैं मानता हूं इस विभाग का है। आज भी अगर आप देखें तो दुनिया के बनिस्पत ना के बराबर प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट्स हम लोग के पास हैं और ये समय आज की तारीख में प्रोसेसिंग का ही है। आप विदेशों में जाइए, जिस तरीके से प्रोसेस आइटम्स आपको मिलती हैं, ऐसे में मुझे लगता है कि भारत में खास तौर पे इसका बहुत बड़ा स्कोप है।
देखिए, पहली तो बात तो ये है कि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन में काम करना ही एक सबसे बड़ी उपलब्धि में से एक है और ये जो तीसरी बार के लिए मोदी जी प्रधानमंत्री बने हैं, जो 1962 के बाद फिर से एक बार रिपीट हुआ है, तो अब वो एक्सपीरियंस करना और भी स्टेज में बैठकर, तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। और मेरे जैसे एक साधारण से कार्यकर्ता को इतनी बड़ी जिम्मेदारी जो दी गई है, मैं समझता हूँ ये बहुत ही मेरे लिए बहुत ही मतलब सम्मान की बात है।
शिवसेना पक्षाला आम्ही अपेक्षा करत होतो की शिवसेना पक्षाला कॅबिनेट मंत्रीपद मिळेल, परंतु ज्या पक्षाचा एक खासदार निवडून आला त्या पक्षाला कॅबिनेट मंत्रीपद देण्यात आलं। प्रामुख्यानं HD कुमारस्वामी कर्नाटकचे यांचे 2 खासदार निवडून आले, त्यांना कॅबिनेट मंत्रीपद देण्यात आलं। जितन राम माझी हे बिहारमधून निवडून आले, स्वतः एकटे निवडून आले, त्यांना कॅबिनेट मंत्रीपद देण्यात आलं। त्याचबरोबर चिराग पासवान यांचे 5 खासदार निवडून आलेले आहेत बिहारमधून आणि त्यांना कॅबिनेट मंत्रीपद देण्यात आलं। खरं तर शिवसेना पक्षाचे 7 खासदार आले। एकूणच महाराष्ट्रामध्ये भारतीय जनता पक्षाने 28 जागा लढवल्या, शिवसेनेने 15 जागा लढवल्या। 28 जागेमध्ये भारतीय जनता पक्षाचे 9 खासदार निवडून आले आणि शिवसेनेचे 7 खासदार निवडून आले। आमची अपेक्षा होती की शिवसेना पक्षाला एक कॅबिनेट मंत्री आणि एक राज्यमंत्रीपद मिळेल अशी अपेक्षा होती।
And just to tell our viewers that even to take charge of the ministries in itself is seen as a sort of a celebration. There will be a gathering there when they take charge of their ministry. So I bring in Piyush Mishra here this morning. Piyush, good morning. So who all have you heard possibly are likely going to take the charge of their respective ministries? And can we say that the Bharatiya Janata Party clearly has shown that they still trust their old guard, the members who've been leading the ministries, and they will retain the big ministries, while allies have also been given the certain portfolios.
Well, Pooja, if we talk about the four important ministries, MEA, Defence, Finance and Home, all these ministries have been retained by
Correct.
the BJP. These ministries are also part of Cabinet Committee on Security, and BJP has decided to keep all these ministries with itself. The allies have got the other ministries like the port, the textiles. There are MOS who have been made of these ministries. Though there is some sort of resentment which was expressed by NCP saying that they should have got a cabinet berth, but
Okay.
BJP was of the view of giving them MOS. But finally, they have decided to wait till the next decision taken by the Bharatiya Janata Party. So today is a very important day where all the ministers who were announced yesterday, whose portfolios were announced, they are going to take charge. Many of them from BJP will be taking charge. The allies like TDP, they have decided to take charge only after the oath-taking ceremony in Andhra Pradesh. So both two ministers from TDP, they will be taking charge on 13th. And the Tribal Affairs Minister, Jwal Oram, who comes from Odisha and
Yes.
is a BJP MP from this, he will be taking charge on 30th after the oath-taking ceremony of BJP CM in Odisha. So that's what we are hearing. So today is the day where various ministers are going to take charge.
All right, keep tracking all the latest and specifically who will immediately take charge and begin the work in Modi 3.0. Piyush Mishra is telling us about it. But remember, it's this time, even though the BJP has retained four big ministries, they will have to ensure that the allies are also content. So on your screens, which leader is in charge of which ministry? This is very crucial, remember, specifically when it comes to representation, and the projects which are pending will have to be fulfilled this time. But here's a full report on the allies, the TDP, the JDU and other parties. What crucial berths and ministries have they been given?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has unveiled his brand new cabinet for his third term in office. The retention of the top four ministers, Amit Shah for Home, Nirmala Sitharaman for Finance, Rajnath Singh for Defence and S. Jaishankar for External Affairs, reflects Modi's intent to maintain a steady course on key national and international policies. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, former Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, has been given the charge of agriculture and farmer welfare as well as panchayat and rural development. BJP ally and Ram Vilas Paswan's son, Chirag Paswan, has been given the charge of food processing ministry. Haryana's former Chief Minister ML Khattar steps on the national stage, taking charge as the Minister of Power, Housing and Urban Development. Representing Andhra Pradesh, Ram Mohan Naidu's inclusion as the Civil Aviation Minister is a strategic move to strengthen the alliance with the TDP. JDU's Lalan Singh gets fisheries, animal husbandry and dairy, while Jitan Ram Manji of the Hindustani Awam Morcha gets micro, small and medium enterprises. The newly inducted cabinet also saw several big changes. Ashwini Vaishnav, retained as the Minister of Railways, gets additional charge of information and broadcasting. Prahlad Joshi lost parliamentary affairs to Kiran Rijiju and has been given the charge of renewable energy, food and consumer affairs. BJP President JP Nadda returns as Health Minister. Jyotiraditya Scindia gets telecom and development of North-Eastern region. Mansukh Mandavia goes from health to sports. Gajendra Shekhawat loses Jal Shakti to C.R. Patil and now gets culture and tourism. With these strategic additions and changes, Modi's third cabinet aims to strike a balance between experienced leadership and a new energy. Bureau Report, India Today.